If you are also in your 50s or 40s or 60s or even 70s and you are a guy, I'm gonna tell you why brands wanna hire you as a content creator, why you could be getting paid, how you could be getting paid to create content for them. If you don't wanna do content creation or get free products or anything like that, this is not TikTok Shop, by the way. If you're not interested in that, just skip this. But if you are, this is a really, really great time to pursue content creation. I'm gonna walk you through step by step how to do this. Okay, so this is called UGC. It stands for User Generated Content. Basically, in a nutshell, UGC creators get paid to create content for companies that the companies then take that content, usually like short videos talking about their products or services, and then they're gonna take that content you create for them and use for their own purposes. So this is not like being an influencer, because influencers always have to, have a lot of followers and they need to post the content on their own social media accounts, right? That's why companies work with influencers, because they're following and their engagement rates and all that stuff. But with UGC, the company literally just needs the content. So you're getting paid to, like, number one, you're gonna, get the product for free. Like, say it's a couch, right? Like right now I'm pitching to a lot of furniture companies because I need a new couch for my office. So you're gonna get the product for free, and then you're also on top of that gonna get paid to create content for the company. Say it's like one video that they're gonna run as ads on social media, or they need a few videos to post on their Instagram account or their TikTok account. That is what UGC creators do. So you do not need a lot of followers. And I'm gonna explain why age is like crazy, crazy powerful if you are a Gen Xer or baby boomer, and then and also men are like such a tiny, I'll just say this really quick. If you are a guy and you're watching this, women obviously can do this. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. It replaced my 6-figure income back in 2023. I've been doing it full time ever since. But there is such a tiny percentage of men that do UGC that there is such a high demand. Like, all of you guys are scrolling on social media too, right? Like, you're scrolling on Instagram, you're scrolling on TikTok, you're scrolling on Facebook, you still buy a bunch of products. So therefore, there is a massive demand for men to do UGC because companies are trying to sell a bunch of their products and services to you guys. Okay, so, and before I continue, actually, I will say that if this is at all interesting to you and you're like, what in the world? I literally did not know you could do this. And you thought you had to be some crazy big influencer to be a content creator and get paid to create content for companies and like land UGC deals. If this is interesting to you and you want to get started, like even if it's like tiny inkling, I have a free resource that over 42,000 people or something crazy have downloaded just to get you started with this. So it's a free checklist. So it'll go over like the steps to get started, as well as I recorded a 15-minute video lesson that goes over how to actually pitch to these companies. So like, say that you find a furniture company, or like you want a new office desk or something like that, and you want to pitch to some of these companies that you see advertising online or that you already know about. What the heck do you say in the email? That is a huge puzzle piece to this whole thing. So I teach you how to send emails to companies in that free checklist. So this is what I would do. I would, number one, tell me your age in the comments. And because I want to see who's watching this, just tell me your age if you're comfortable with it. And then I would pause this video, save it, like click this little button in the corner, save it so you don't lose it, so you can always reference this video, and then go to my profile and click the Stan Store link. It's just the main link. You might have to click it and then it might pop up like a few different links. Click the Stan Store link when it does that. And then you'll see I have my course. I have an $87 course. I've taught like 6,500 people or something crazy. Most of them have been over the age of 40, which has been really cool. But if you don't want my course, just get the free checklist. You'll fill out your name, your email, and then I'll email it to you right away so that you have an actual PDF that you can reference as you're going along in this journey and trying to put together the different pieces of how to be successful with it. So that would be so helpful for you, just if you're wanting to get started with this. So pause it, save it, go get the free checklist. Okay, let's go on to the age thing. Okay, so with your age, like this person who commented, right, is 53-year-old. So the reason why I talk so much about age is because last year I did a UGC deal with my 63-year-old mom, and before I even got the deal, I was talking to the company. I was on a Zoom call with like 4 of their marketing executives, told them about my mom. Long story short, they told me that my mom as a 63-year-old was actually more part of their demographic that they were trying to reach on social media. They sold way more of their products, which happen to be footwear, to people that are around my mom's age compared to me as a 30-something-year-old. So that kind of like made this light bulb go off in my head where I was like, oh my gosh, there's literally barely anybody I know. And I have been very involved and like connected in the UGC community. I know a ton of UGC creators. There was barely anyone that I knew doing UGC over the age of 40. And I was like, what in the world? This is so weird. And so I realized that most people that are over the age of 40 think that they are too old to do content creation. They're too old for brands to want to work with them. And really, it's actually the opposite. There are so many 20-something-year-old UGC creators, 30-something-year-old UGC creators like myself, which is great, but companies want to reach more people that are Gen Xers, baby boomers, because Gen Xers specifically have the largest purchasing power. That means that you guys, if you are a Gen Xer, like this 53-year-old guy that commented, you have the most money to spend. That demographic specifically has the most money to spend on products and services, as opposed to say like a 22-year-old that's fresh out of college, has a bunch of student debt, and doesn't have a ton of money to spend. So companies want to spend money hiring UGC creators and like hiring UGC creators and promoting their products and services to 40, 50, 60, even 70-year-olds that are scrolling on social media, having the money to spend on these products and services. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if it does make sense. I know I tend to ramble on about this, but it's so important for you to realize, if you've never had this epiphany before, nobody's ever told you, your age is going to be your superpower if you are a Gen Xer or a baby boomer. I have taught literally thousands and thousands of people that are Gen Xers and baby boomers how to do content creation and how to be successful with it. I have so many students that are just crushing it with UGC and landing UGC deals. And part of the reason they're landing so many UGC deals is because of their age, because they know their age is their superpower, and they just run with it. And companies are like, holy crap, yes, we want to work with you. All the UGC creators we've worked with in the past are like 20s or 30s. We want more 40, 50, 60-year-olds, right? So please know that your age is your superpower. You can do this. And just another bonus if you happen to be a guy and wanting to do this, because there's so much less competition. It's crazy. There's enough space for everybody. Like literally, if you want to be a UGC creator, I don't care if you're 20 years old, you're a woman, and you're wanting to do this, you can still do this. I'm just saying there's less people that are men that are also Gen X or baby boomer that are in the UGC space. Okay, so couple steps to get started. Number one, view some UGC example videos. If you go to my profile, I have a pinned video that has 3 different UGC examples. I have been hired by companies to create. One of them I did with my mom, so you should go check that one out. That one's really probably like my favorite UGC video I've ever done the past 2.5 years. So check that video out. Check those 3 videos out. You can also view my UGC portfolio. I have dozens of videos in there. It's just a link in my Stan store on my profile. Excuse me. Do that so you can get your head wrapped around visually what you're going to be doing as a UGC creator. Okay, so next is going to be creating your UGC portfolio. That sounds maybe scarier than it is. You're going to go to Canva, type in website portfolio. Inside my course, I have 4 done for you templates. If that sounds interesting and helpful to you, it'll probably save you like 3 hours of your time. So you could do that, but you could also just make your own. You're going to focus mainly on your video example. So because you probably don't have any past experience with content creation, you don't have any videos, which is most people, you're literally just going to go around your house and choose products that you already have. Like say that, gosh, I don't know. It's like I have a vacuum here. I could do a whole video about a vacuum. Whatever. I chose cat treat products and a couple toy kits that we got for our son to do my example videos when I first started 2.5 years ago. Don't overthink it. Get started with that. I'm running out of time. Go follow me if you're not, and I'll explain more.